I just want to give a quick, I guess, explanation in this video, which is towards the end, but I want to explain it now because I just noticed it. The mentality portion, which is at the end, I only talked about sleep, rest, days rest in between sleep. I didn't talk about depression or how you're feeling that day or anything like that. So real quick, I guess, explanation is like, if you're depressed, you know, a lot of times working out does help, but you might need to go talk to somebody. You might need to talk to a therapist to help you out, because depression can kind of just lower the way your body functions. If your body is under stress, not just physically but mentally, you're not going to have a good workout. You might not have the progress you're looking for as far as how fast it comes. It might slow down. It might even just stop altogether. It's not just, are you sleeping enough? Are you resting enough? Because rest in general does help your mentality. Look, you see the little dude in the back. So rest does help as far as like sleeping and stuff. It helps your mentality. Yeah, so check are you depressed? Are you feeling good that day? Are you not feeling good that day? You didn't have a good night's sleep, which is kind of lowering your energy. So all that goes into play as far as gaining muscle, losing weight, things like that. It's going to affect the way you perform. So check your mentality before and after each workout. Make sure you're trying to feel good. Sometimes working out just helps overall. So yeah, there's that. Let's just get straight into the video. I don't want to hold you up. We're going to break it down Barney style as best as I can. I will do my best not to ramble on. Let's do it. Okay. So, how to break the plateau. Let's go with the first one. Is your time under tension, also known as your TUT, T-U-T, can also be called your tempo, right? If you have a proper fitness program, it's gonna look something like this, 4, 0, 1. These numbers will change depending on where you're at in your program. Basically, 4 is your eccentric, 0 is your bottom of the portion, your, what is it? It's your static, I forgot the fancy name for it, I'll plug it in. And then your concentric is the way up, right? Depending on what exercise you're choosing. So let's use a bench press, for example. So if I'm following this program, 4 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you're here at the bottom, that's 0, so you don't pause. Then you're on the way up, you're going 1 second, which means 1, right? 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, okay? That's what that means. Now, if you want to break a plateau and you've been doing this for 2 weeks or months or whatever, this is the way you've been training with this kind of tempo, then you need to switch this up, okay? You can do like a 4, 3, 1, okay? Something like that. So 4 seconds on the way down with a 3-second pause. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, this is going to change the way the weight feels. You can even be doing 135 pounds or whatever your weight choosing. Use the same weight you're doing here and do this tempo, and you're going to see a big difference. And then you would have to do something like this for about 2 weeks or so across all exercises. Okay, this is a great way to develop strength as well at the bottom position. Give it a shot, right? So this is one way to break it. If you don't have a tempo, make a tempo for each workout, okay? You can even do something like a 1, 3, 1, right? 1 second down, 3-second pause, 1 second up. So all this is doing is working out your muscles a little differently. Your body doesn't know what weight you're using, okay? So give this a shot, check it out. Maybe that's what needs to be changed to break your plateau. Like I said, it's different for everybody. You just kind of got to figure out what works for you. And you also got to do it for like 2 to 4 weeks, honestly. So have some patience. All right. So let's talk about your load or the weight you're using. Okay, so the load, the weight. Let's say you're using 135 pounds on the bench. Right? Hope you're gonna do that. 3rd grade handwriting. Let's say you're using 135 pounds on the bench and you're doing that. I don't know, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets, 10 reps, which we'll get into in a little bit. Okay, 3 sets, 10 reps also can look like 3 by 10. Depends how you schedule it, okay, or how you make your program so you understand it. Okay, these are both same, 3 sets, 10 reps. And you've been doing this and you're wondering, why the heck am I not making gains, making improvements? Well, a lot of the times, if it's It's not the tempo, it's your weight. You just need to add 5 more pounds, 140 pounds, right? Add that, do the same thing. Do that for 2 or 3 weeks, okay? That can help too. Like I said, if you have a proper program, these are all gonna change over time with a 4-week period, a 6-week period, an 8-week or 12-week, okay? It's gonna depend on you. Me, I change it all every 4 weeks, every month. Partly because I get bored, okay? So there's one way to change it. Now, you can even change this and this is both gonna change, right? It just depends how you do it. Don't overthink these things. Okay, let's get into sets and reps. Sets and reps, like I said, 3 by 10, right? Switch it up. 2 weeks, do a 3 by 10 for 2 weeks with the same load, right? And then next week, 4 by 10 for 2 weeks. All right? 4 sets, 10 reps for 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks you did this, your body's getting used to it. Now you're gonna add 4. But say you change the weight. You're doing 135 pounds for 3 sets of 10, right? And then you did that for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Instead of adding another set, you can go 140 pounds, and you can do that 3 sets of 8 reps, right? So you're increasing the weight, you're lowering your reps, but you have the same sets. So it's like I said over here, it just makes your body feel different. It's attacking your muscles just a little differently. And a lot of times that's just what you need, is to attack the muscles a little differently, right? You can even get into, as far as load, switch up the bench press to a different style of exercise, like a close grip, right? You can do a close grip bench press, switch it up. Basically, normally you're a little wider on a bench press, close grip is a little closer, come down and up. It's gonna attack your muscles differently because when you do a close grip, you're gonna use a little more triceps than chest. It's gonna help you out. Sometimes that's what you need. You're still working the chest, but you're giving it a little bit of a break by introducing the triceps a little more, right? You go a little wider, it's more chest, a little closer, it's more triceps. You kind of gotta play with it and just do what you like, do what feels good, but at the same time, progressively overload, which means add improvements very slowly. Don't just jump straight into it, okay? Now, after your sets and reps, you're like, oh, okay, well, I did my 3 by 10, I'm switching 4 sets of 10 with the same weight, or I'm changing the weight and adding lower reps, making it heavier, okay? If that's not working, you gotta look at your Okay, so I was talking for like a full-blown 30 minutes and didn't realize that after my sets and reps and I was gonna move into the rest, it already got cut out. So after your sets and reps, say you're doing everything, all this fun stuff, everything's working out, you're working real hard, changing your program around, looking, trying to find new programs, boom, you gotta switch up your rest. Okay, so let's say you're doing 135 pounds. 3 sets, 10 reps. Your rest is going to be over here. It's going to be at 60 seconds. You're resting 60 seconds. You go back and you do set 2 for 10 reps. Rest for 60 seconds, set 3 for 10 reps. And let's say you're doing this for 2 weeks and it's getting easier and easier. You're getting easier, but you're not adding any weight or whatever. Switch up the rest, or you can't add weight because you just don't want to, or you just like where you're at. Point B, switch your rest up. Go from 60 seconds of rest to 45 seconds of rest. This means no matter what rest you pick, if you're going for 60 seconds, the last 10 seconds you're at 50 seconds, you're breathing, you're feeling good. The last 10 seconds you need to get up, get ready, and start set, because once it hits 60 seconds, you want to start pushing again, okay? Same thing with the 45 seconds. All this is doing is decreasing your rest time to make you work, to make your muscles work a little harder. It doesn't have to be decreasing rest. You can also increase your rest too. So this increasing 2 to 3 minutes is more towards like your HIIT training, right? High intensity interval training. Basically think of like CrossFit. It's a form of HIIT. They just gave it a different name because, branding. But You can do it for HIIT, or you can even do it for strength training. Whatever. Alright, so you can even do it for strength training, which also think about like powerlifting, lifting as heavy as you can. As heavy as you can one time, right? You're doing 5 sets of 5. After that first set of 5 reps, you're gonna be resting for 2 to 3 minutes. This is gonna allow you to lift the same weight, roughly, let's say 225 pounds, for example. This is gonna allow you to lift the same weight, the same reps, without being too exhausted. Okay, that's the goal for powerlifting. This is a very basic way of setting your sets and reps up. But let's say everything you're doing so far is great. Your program has progressive overload on all these things here. But your diet, are you watching your diet? Do you care about your diet? Odds are, if you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, look shredded, if you're trying to make some kind of change on the outside of your body and inside organs and heart, the way it performs, you gotta watch your diet. A very common one is 30% of protein, 20% of fats, and the remainder is going to be your carbs. You don't have to count macros. This is your macros. You don't have to count them. It is very helpful, but you don't. Now, if you are counting your macros, you can switch this up from, this can now be your carbs, this can now be your proteins, and your fat will generally stay the same. You can even do like a 25% of fats, and then you'll switch these percentages around. Okay. Now, like I said, you don't have to count your macros. Calories is where it's at, but this does definitely help by changing the inside of your body, the way your body fuels itself, the way it uses the fuel, proteins, fats, and carbs, and how it performs in a workout. Like I said, you don't have to watch it. It helps. It just kind of depends on your goals. Boom, everything is working perfectly. Everything is great, but let's look at your mentality. Mentality is important when working out. Let me run over here on the side. Okay, so yeah, mentality. So mentality is tough. Let's think about rest, right? It's like resting in between sets, resting here. How's your sleep? Are you sleeping enough, right? 6 to 8 hours is average. People can sleep for 4 hours and still have a good rest. It just depends on your body, right? In those 4 hours or 6 hours, are you hitting your REM, your deep sleep, right? And are you actually resting, giving your body enough time? As well as, are you resting days-wise? Workout day 1, workout day 2, rest. Day 3, workout, rest, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's add 7, rest. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you resting in between your workouts? You don't want to do a squat or leg day, and then you don't want to do another leg day. That means you're not resting enough, okay? And then rest here, and then you come back and you do a chest day, and then a chest day again, right? If you're not giving yourself at least 24 to 48 hours of rest, you're not resting enough as far as muscles. So you need to do like a leg, chest, rest, and let's go with a back, right? And then let's go with arms or whatever. You can do another chest or legs, and then rest. So you need this leg day, chest day, back, rest day, back day, legs again. The only issue with this part here that I can tell you is, say you're doing deadlifts, and then the next day you go back to doing squats. Deadlifts on back day is also a leg day. So you might need to switch things around or switch your exercises around. Maybe don't do it. Maybe if you do a deadlift here, you're not doing squats here. If you're gonna do squats, you're doing something like a lat pull down, right? Just the way it hits your muscles differently. All right, so this is a quick way to kind of check off your program on how to break a plateau. didn't want to get real scientific with it, don't like to. But I really hope this kind of made sense. I really hope you understood this. If you got any questions, drop a comment. My social medias will be in the description. My professional or my business email will be there. Concerns, complaints, there's a comment there for if you liked it, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Yeah, there's a thumbs down option. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe and we'll throw some more up there. Yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Check this on your program. If you don't have these, hey, switch up your program.